Now, as you guys might have known, we were supposed to go live the other night, and the only night we needed the Starlink to work, it didn't. What happened?
I don't know what's happened, to be honest. I think I've shook it to death. It's just been halfway around Australia. I've been up to Cape York, across the Simpson, down here, a lot of corrugated roads.
We're going to answer all the questions we requested from you in this little Q&A video.
Yeah, the old Starlink. Not quite up to the outback terrain, one would say.
Can't handle my driving.
Not up to an Uncle Pooly's driving. They wouldn't have much chance with me then, I don't reckon.
Nah.
Questions though, eh? What have we got?
I got a few.
This one's great. Is this trip just one massive tour to KFC?
Yes.
Yes. Well, KFC's too far away from Emu, so when Pooly gets a chance to get out of Emu, it's tour to KFC every
Any
time.
chance that I get, I've got to pull in.
All right, here's one for TJ. How's the 300 handled the shakedown trip? Any issues? Anything you're not happy with?
No, I'm 100% happy. It's bloody outperformed what I thought it would, because it's not even locked yet, and it's been through everything you guys have.
It's actually been further than mine. But this one's for me and Pooly. Biggest regret while building the 79s?
Not buying a patrol. Just kidding.
My biggest regret would be...
Having 1,000 Newton meters.
Yeah, 100%. Too much power, and I kept breaking gearboxes, so then I fixed that, and now I keep breaking diffs. So that's probably my regret, is wanting more and more power and using it when I shouldn't.
Probably smashing it up after I put all the work in. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. Yeah, yeah.
I don't really regret it much else, but yeah, not at this stage.
No.
Other than, destroying it.
Yeah, Pooly, when's the next Tassie trip?
Ooh, probably very soon. I want to go over there and see Timmy at some point. So, and it's not far from me. I live just near Tassie, technically, because the boat.
Yeah, it's
just down the road.
It leaves from there.
Yeah.
We've actually been talking about this. When the K truck is finished and Baz is finished, we're thinking of doing a 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s tour to Tassie, which will include us three, the LN. Timmy doesn't know this yet, but hopefully Timmy has heart in his GQ.
He's the Tassie tour guide for everyone else, so surely he'll take us.
Yeah, exactly. Whose rig costs the most? We all look at TJ then, but it's not true.
It's not mine, believe it or not. It's not mine.
No.
It's not mine either.
So, yeah, look, I'll take the cake for that one, I think. Yeah, mine would be up to, I reckon 170 grand. Paid 130 for it, so...
Not including hourly rate.
Yeah, not including my hourly rate. Surely that's $1,000 an hour. What's the scariest track you've driven, and what's the most anticlimactic? What do you got, TJ?
The scariest one was probably Big Red, That was a pretty scary track. Even though I'd seen it 100,000 times.
Which one? The desert one or the
the one at Glasshouse.
Nah, I would have drove it. I was going to drive it. But I can't now, but I would have. I was going to do it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you now.
And most anticlimactic?
Oh, Big Red in the desert.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Well, it was damp, though. And Bully?
I'm going to go the same. Big Red in the desert. It's supposed to be hard. Went up in two-wheel drive. Was wet.
What about the scariest?
The scariest, probably that waterfall at Climbys.
Shaking in your boots.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Climbys too. That was real sketchy, that waterfall track. And the most anticlimactic for me, maybe Gunshot up at the Cape.
Oh, I thought that was pretty wild. Yeah, it says the guy that he wasn't in the driver's seat.
I did do it we were in a Jeep, but...
And you're a passenger.
Yeah, I found it more fun than, Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it was pretty wild.
Is it easy the time that you went, because it does change from year to year?
No, it was full on. That was pretty
It was still pretty full on. Do you know the Muffin Man? Miss Kate?
The Muffin Man?
This one's from the Shed Life N80. This one's for me. How heartbroken am I about ruining the Shed Life N80? Mate, you are doing a killer job on that car, and it is awesome to see that it's still getting modified.
So there is a Instagram for that, like all the cars that are given away.
Shed Life N80. He's killing it. Another one for me. When's your work gear drop? I'm just about to put the order in. for the bulk order. So probably a couple months from hopefully now.
27.
Yeah, 2027. Would I trade the 79 for TJ's 300 series? Don't you mean the other way around? Surely. We got one for Pooly.
Oh, it's me. It's my turn.
Yep. Is Baz going to be driven off-road or just like Sam Young's 80 and beach bitch? Weapon short.
In all honesty, it'll probably only be driven off-road.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I can't really think of much else that I want to do with it other than drive it off-road. Just straight to Coles. To KFC. It's only going to be driven to KFC. KFC only.
This is one from Wani for you, TJ.
Oh, yeah.
Does the driver's side sun visor in the 300 hold as many receipts as the nav?
Well, it's actually got a wicked centre console, this thing. It's like so much room for snacks and receipts. So, yeah, Wani is in the centre console now.
We are also being requested for a Stockton Beach by Isaac. A little meet and greet. Won't be down there for a little while, but we will be back.
Josh has asked, are you doing high-vis workwear, Macca?
I am working on that, but it won't be in the first release of gear. I'm going to have shorts, long pants, long sleeves, short sleeves, socks and jocks. Mostly because I need all this stuff.
Smiles face. Have you still got the Navara? If so, what are the future plans for it? Well, as much as I'd like to have 2 main content cars to send around the country, I can't quite do that at the moment.
Well, I've come up with the absolutely crazy idea is purchase it off TJ. I'm going to give it away to a Shed Life Club only member. So it will
just
be
so anyone wondering, it wasn't my idea, guys. He's the crazy one.
Yeah, look, I mean, at least someone who follows us and supports us gets to win the Navara. It's literally a turnkey go around Australia car. So
I literally don't even have to just turn a key and drive. Fill the fridge with food.
yeah, twin locked weapon, ready to go.
Are you and the boys going to a Sydney 4x4 show? Well, that's on right now. But yeah, we'd love to go to every show. It's just this trip was scheduled at the same time as that, and then Melbourne will be the same problem again, and yeah, you can see where we're going with this.
Yes, well, you'll be having a child around Melbourne, won't you?
Yeah, and then yeah, I'm having a baby. But it's just hard to do all the shows and make videos and live your life.
I may try and get down to Melbourne. Pooly always wants to catch up, so yeah, it's always a good excuse to get on the beers with the boys in Melbourne. So I'll try and make it down. TJ might not be able to.
From G Mundy, asked Lockie about giving Jess directions to reverse next to a telly track sign.
So when we were at the when we were at the Teletrack sign at Cape York, I got Jess to jump in the car to just pull it forward a bit so I could get the perfect photo. And I wanted her to go backwards a bit, so I was giving her this one. And she started living it back to the car. And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, he wants to do it again. This does not mean backwards.
No, not anymore.
Directions.
It does not mean backwards anymore. You got to do full hand backwards. Asked a fair bit. When is the next trip with all the Tassie boys? So that's Pooly, Blake, and Maddie. Maddie was meant to be on this trip.
So was Blake.
So was Blake. Blake's isn't ready. Maddie didn't want to get his car dirty. I mean, there's plenty more in the future. Probably the Morton boys trip. Might try and get us all together.
Yeah, we annually do a boys trip to Morton, which is a great idea for everyone actually. If you have a bunch of mates with similar interests and you like to go exploring, organise an annual trip. If you don't do it every year, you just never do it, do you?
Well, it's 2 interesting ones. One's how much horsepower does my car make? It's 340 horsepower, 1,000 newton meters. Diff destroyer. If the pub truck or dad bus destroys a motor, what's going in it?
To be fair, I'd probably just put another one of the same motors back in it.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd probably do the same. I'd probably rebuild it, throw rods in it, and just keep blowing diffs up with it.
I couldn't think of anything that I could shove in there that would be a massive upgrade for the amount of work that you'd have to do.
Yeah, I agree. They're diesel, they're parts everywhere. Mine's actually really good on fuel. Makes heaps of torque, heaps of power, turns to 37s, blows up diffs. Like, it's the perfect combination, really. Like, yeah, I don't know.
What do you reckon would break if the diffs could take it? Axles or something?
What's the next weak link?
The chassis will twist. Right? What's that?
So much torque, chassis twisted off the line. Already does that, to be honest. Probably got a bit of a twist. This is one for you guys. What's the number one tip for P-platers building four-wheel drives and camping rigs?
Don't buy an expensive car when you're on your P's because you'll just destroy it.
That is a great tip. Great tip.
Depends what you want to do, really. If you want it to be capable, then buy them mods. And if you want it to look good and go to Woolies, then do a 11-inch lift on 39s.
I agree with Pooly. Definitely don't go buying the most expensive car out there.
Not first time, anyway.
Not first time. I think my biggest tip, and that I used myself when I was buying my first car, was try to get something with lower Ks. Around that 150,000 K mark, you can still sort of pick up a bargain. There's all these cars that are 250, 230, 300,000 Ks that are still like $40,000 for like a cruiser. That's when stuff's really starting to get tired, you know?
And if you're getting a loan and you're going to pay it off for the next 5 years, by the time you actually own it, it's going to have done 400,000 Ks and be worth nothing.
And you've also broken everything and replaced it along the way. Yeah, pick some nice, easy, tasteful mods like lift and save up for some bigger tyres. And you don't need to spend $1 million on camp gear. I've got a literally $200 King's drawer on the back of my cruiser, and that's about it. A bloody little cutlery set, a little cooker. I've spent all my money on making it do stupid things like drive up hills.
Well, not yesterday.
Yeah, except yesterday, yeah.
Drive up it.
What does a typical day/week look like for you and Macca?
So when we're on our trips, yeah, you're looking at it like it's pretty cool. We're just
each trip's normally 2 to 4 weeks. This one's about 3.5 weeks.
We do some local ones that we can sort of bang out in a couple nights.
Monday to Friday, I'll be editing. Mac will be building cars and organising all sorts of stuff for the channel.
Yeah, I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's pretty busy.
We work towards each trip like this, basically.
Yeah, it's extremely busy. The time frames are really slim to try and get things done.
So it's actually different. I'd say almost every single day is different. Nothing. It's never quite the same. So it's pretty cool, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and
what about you, Pooly? Like, how much YouTube work do you do?
I just go touring around, and I've only just started.
Yeah.
I've been on tour now for 5 weeks, and up until then I was working pretty much 7 days a week.
Yep.
And when I get home, I'll probably be working 7 days a week.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't stop, mate. I'll tell you, I did the same thing.
I'm going to be making a lot more videos and stuff now. Not weekly uploads, but fortnightly uploads. In between doing my other jobs that I need to do, I'll be working on the cars and punching out a few videos.
Good stuff. Well, I got you a bit of a question that I don't know if anyone's asked it, but you working towards going full-time tube, mate?
I am working towards going full-time on the tube.
Remember us when you're famous.
Yeah, remember. Yeah, make sure you still do collabs.
Nah, that is the plan, but obviously not rushing into it. Just making sure I like doing it because it's a big move. But yeah, I'll still have my EMU custom stuff. I'll probably have a few smaller products and stuff like that. But yeah, not taking on any massive jobs for the moment. Just so I've got a bit of time to actually build the cars and make some content. And
I guess on that note too, any future business plans then? Because you're not really doing many trays anymore, are you?
Nah, no trays at the moment. Possibly tray kits very soon.
Whoa,
DIY
look out for that one, guys. That's exciting.
And yeah, a few other little products like that.
Yep, and that'll all be on your website?
That will all be on my website.
emucustoms.com?
emucustoms.com, and on my Facebook and Instagram, which are both Emu Customs.
So Pooly support. Let's get him going full time so we can get some weekly content.
Oh, I reckon it's a no-brainer, Pooly.
W. Young, fellow Lift Sparky. Good on you, mate. Great trade, that one. He's an apprentice. Where has been your favourite place I've camped so far? Ooh, Punsan Bay, maybe.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah?
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, it's a wicked spot up there. Otherwise, Morton's definitely my favourite.
Yeah, well, I was going to say Morton. Thoroughly enjoy Morton Island because you can go any side you want to get out of the wind and always nail it.
20 minutes over to the other side, if that. How do you guys balance the love life and building cars? Love the content.
Careful, Macca. Careful how you answer.
I don't know how to answer that at all.
You're like, do you have to balance that, do you?
Yeah, is it? I thought it was just all building cars. Yeah. Look,
It's just like anyone else's job, though, really. Like,
Yeah, I guess
It's-
like you have to work to bring home money to keep a roof over your head and food in your family's tummy, and unfortunately that does take 7 days a week working a lot of the time. Yeah, I guess it's same as any other work in Aussie as well. You know, you try and get as much time in the shed as you can without getting too yelled at.
and you're fortunate enough to also live at home, so you're sort of still there all
No,
the
you
time.
live at home.
You don't live at home?
Oh, work at home.
And that was one of my biggest reasons for going full-time tube, was that I could work at home and see Zalia more, and if Tash needed to run off to the gym for an hour in the Arvo, I'm there to look after Zalia. Yeah, sometimes though, work does get way too hectic, and yeah, like everyone, we lose sight of that. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, thanks to that guy for giving Macca some self-reflection.
Transition, Height Seeing Australia. Transition from safe job and income to YouTube. How's it been? Still a full-time job? Is it still a full-time job today?
Definitely a full-time job. If you work for anyone, really, how stable is your job? Like,
You're just a battery drill most of the time.
yeah.
Once you burn out, they get another one. You think you absolutely, well, I absolutely killed myself in my company. Did absolute silly hours.
I
Worked.
think most guys do.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, I guess everyone. And then after leaving, it's like, oh yeah, he's gone. We'll just get another one.
Yeah, just about. Well, I've been working for myself for a while, so it's different again. I've been working for myself, but now I'm working for myself doing YouTube. Yeah, but I know that if it doesn't work out, I can go back to I can just do some cashies or whatever. I've got a lot of backup plan.
First Forbies, and how old were you when you got into wheeling and or touring?
Oh, I had an RA Rodeo. Didn't do much four-wheel driving in it, just two-wheel drive skids.
Was it Forby though?
Yeah, it was a 4B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just good for two-wheel drive skids.
Yeah. I don't think I ever had it in four-wheel drive, to be honest.
My first 4B was a old square body Triton. I think like 80s sort of model.
Pretty similar story, actually.
Yeah, pretty much just two-wheel drive skids because it was a V6. But I didn't sort of get into camping and wheeling until my N70 I bought when I think I was about 21. I lived in London for a year working. When I got back, I drove $1,000 piece of crap around for a year that kept breaking. It's an old Hilux two-wheel drive. And then I bought my N70, treated myself with a massive bank loan.
How it all goes. Yeah. I actually had a Triton, which is what I started four-wheel driving in. Took it on a couple of high country trips and stuff like that, and then I had a big motorbike accident and had to give up motorbikes, so I sold the Triton to upgrade to a cruiser. Never turned back.
I think we all know TJ's was the Pathfinder.
Well, whole career I was given a work car. It was always the current model Hilux at the time, so I never actually had to buy my own four-wheel drive till the Pathfinder, yeah. Because then I actually started wanting to do stuff that might damage the vehicle, and obviously a work vehicle is not the one for that.
You get in trouble for that.
But then it didn't take me long to realise there's a big difference between four-wheel drives.
What's the best thing about Emu Pooly?
Oh, the KFC. Oh, hang on, wait.
It's
Doesn't have one. It's just.
nice and quiet.
It's nice and quiet. There's no one there. No one interrupts me. I can just go there, work in the shed. No one calls in. Nothing. I get everything done. Everything turns up on freight. Don't have to go to the shops. That's probably the best thing.
Yeah, and it's like you get to watch the sheep go past like the Bruce Highway.
It's actually hilarious.
Have I ever thought about, well, I guess this is directed to all of us, which is actually an interesting topic. Have we ever thought about travelling out of the country with the dad bus or your vehicle?
All the time.
Yeah, TJ and myself have
Fantasised.
absolutely fantasised out, had this massive goal we've always wanted to drive, Rubicon track and
Well, it's Moab. And
Moab, that's
It's
it.
happening. There's no if or buts or maybes. It's happening.
It's when.
It's
yeah.
when.
Only because it's a massive goal, but yeah, definitely that.
But there's other countries too. There's some really fun stuff in Thailand.
Yeah, I really want to go to Thailand and like just buy one of them crazy sassed 4J bloody D-Max things they have over there and just send it in the bush.
New Zealand boys have got some epic stuff to see over there as well. So
Yeah, Pooly, what about New Zealand? Eh?
I am planning a trip to New Zealand eventually.
With the gold pub truck.
With the gold pub truck, or Baz, not sure. It's in the future. Not sure how distant future, but it's definitely a locked-in plan. Not sure when it's going to happen though. Obviously, it all revolves around money and time and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, we have talked about also going with same deal, time, money, and what cars are actually running with running diffs. Another question is WA. When are we gonna get to WA? That's the question comes up a lot.
I've been there once.
I'm keen to go. That's in my planning for when I've got time and money.
It's really freaking hard to get there. It's like a 2-week drive just before you even start your trip.
Yeah, I really, really want to get there. It looks amazing. And it was cool last time we went. We had that little meet and greet at the pub and it was great turnout. It was good to meet everyone there.
Yeah, we flew there briefly.
That was to give away the Shed Life N80, actually.
Yeah, there is about 4 videos on the channel from about 4 years ago of me there in the Pathfinder, just cruising around with a dog. Nothing like what we do now.
Next big thing for the cruisers, well, for mine is a new diff. Pooly?
Probably a new diff too.
And TJ?
I'm going to do a rooftop and a rear drawer setup and
lockers.
Twin locked it, and I don't know. We'll just chip away at it. But yeah, it's going to be the main family car, from now on.
I'm actually going to do a full rebuild of my ute when I get home.
Really?
Yep. Everything's coming apart. It's all getting repainted. Everything that's broken's getting fixed. Then I'll probably break it all again.
Full freshen up of the pub truck. Are you going to fix that wheel alignment and stop it pulling into pubs?
Definitely not.
What about KFC?
Not that either.
It's a horrible wheel alignment, that thing. It's cost us a lot of money to strip, I tell you. Any of your mums single? Actually, mine is. Bill, here we go. All right, this is an idea from Dean Haley. Funny that, because me and Pooly both have this idea. Build a trophy ute / truck, and end result would be to race Fink.
Oh, I would never do that.
Nah, neither.
Yeah, same as all the other things we've talked about.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we'd be able to build. Well, don't think I'd be able to build one in time for next Fink, because you also have to do a couple of national races to be able to qualify for Fink. I think that's a $100,000 to $200,000 project.
It's the starting entry.
That's for like a class 5 car. That's a steel chassis, steel cab. One more question, and it was: are we enjoying what we're doing? Would you ever change it?
Absolutely loving it.
This has been definitely the best job I've ever had, and I wouldn't change it for a thing.
And I 100% agree. I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to give a like, follow, and subscribe. Oh, hang on. Is that how you say it?
Like, comment, follow, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Well, follow and subscribe.
Follow and subscribe.
Yeah, he's passed his YouTube degree.
We're going to sign him off of an apprenticeship. You're good to go.
Thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate all your support. Or shedlifeclub.com if you want to become a member and get in those monthly draw as well as accrue entries into the big car giveaways.